Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to give you some fantastic sideline inbounds plays that are done at the half court line when there's like pressure defense and all that fun stuff. So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. On this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills, so if you like that stuff, hit that like button and subscribe. But anyways, today what I'm going to give you is some really great basketball plays that I know you're going to love. So first off, generally speaking, usually if it's a sideline inbounds play at the half-court line, there's not much press defense at all. Usually you might have your point guard being pressed, and that's about it. Now, the issue is when you come to the end of the game. Now, at the middle school level, I have seen this quite often where they will run a full-court man-to-man press or even a half-court man-to-man press, whatever, but a press where if you're inbounding from the sideline, they're going to hassle you and hassle you hard. So that's what these inbounds plays are for. If you're getting pressed at half court and you have a sideline inbounds play that you need to run, I hope that these will help you. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out these plays. So as we can see, red is obviously playing defense, 3 is obviously guarding his man there, and player 4 is usually, at least in my experience of coaching and playing, he's usually facing that guy because he's the number 1 guy. They don't want any easy inbounds. So first off, in this play, what we are going to have is player 4 is going to run up and set a screen for player 1. Obviously, player 4 red is going to be staying with player 4 blue, and player 1 is just going to easily pop out. Now, what we need to do is get player 5 down the court and player 2 down the court quickly, and we need to get player 1 to dribble out towards that left side of the court. The reason is we don't want him to stay in this area or even this area because those are trapping areas of the court. We want him to stay away from the sideline. That is bad. So this is a quick, easy play that you can run where now he can take it up the middle of the court and set up the offense, or you can set up a couple of different screens for him to go into the basket. A couple of different options there. However, the main thing with this play is just to get the point guard to get that ball and to dribble it up the court. I almost said quarterback. If you are anything to do with football, flag football, anything like that, go check out my other channel, Football Coach Allen. But anyways, this is a nice, easy play that I hope that helps your team. Let's go into the next play now. So in this next play, we're going to have 2 different options, and it all comes down to what time of the game you're in. So first off, we're going to be having player 5 setting a screen for player 1, and player 4 is going to be staying where he is, but he's going to be setting up a screen right here for player 2. Player 2 is going to use that screen. He's going to be cutting down court. He could also go along the sideline. I've seen a lot of different coaches run this play like that. However, I personally want him to stay away from the sideline as much as possible. The next option is for player 1 to use player 5 as a screen. And now we have a couple of different options. Player 3 can pass to player 2, who can go in for the layup or get a shot from there. Or player 2 could pass to player 1, or player 3 could do a lob pass over to player 1 for the layup. There's a couple of different options here. It all comes down to player 2's defender and player 1's defender, and even player 4 and player 5's defender if they want to switch off on those screens. So now in our third play that I'm going to show you, it's a straight line play. However, it's horizontal to the sideline. And what we're going to do here is essentially player 5 is going to set a screen for player 2, and player 2 is going to use that screen, and player 4 is going to be setting up the second staggered screen so that now player 2 can definitely be open. However, if player 4's man plays help defense, that now shuts that play down. And our second option now is player 2 running the same thing, player 5 and player 4 setting up a staggered screen so that now hopefully player 1 will be open. So we'll have 2 different options here. We're going to have player 2 open, hopefully for a layup. If not, we now have player 1 who can take the shot. He can go in for the layup, or he can set up the offense depending on the time of the game. However, if they're full court pressing, this is a valid option for your team to score more points, but also to get the ball inbound and past half court. Now I like to call this next one the L play because obviously they're in an L, but obviously from here we're not going to be just focusing on the letter. It doesn't really matter, but what we are looking at now is a 2-option play as well. So what we're going to have is player 4 is going to go up and set a screen for player 2, and player 5 is going to set a screen for player 1. When that happens, what we're going to see now is player 1 popping out towards this side of the half, and if that's the case, he's going to be setting up the offense. Player 2 now is also going to be cutting towards the sideline, but he's going to be staying away from the sideline. And player 2 may be open, and if he is open, he could now get a quick basket. So there's a couple of different options. Personally, because I like scoring, he is our number 1 option, and our backup option is player 1, but player 3 needs to be super quick. Personally, I would have him looking at the center of the court so that his peripheral vision will be able to see that whole area. Now, I hope that these plays help your team. If they do, let us know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for another daily basketball video.